Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Warzone Atlanta, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point Warzone mission between my Knights and Imperial Guard against Jeff's Necrons. So the story that we've got going on here is that this planet is under assault from a Necron tomb world that has awoken below it, and the Knights of House Glacier have been sent in to go handle the situation and to go take care of the situation and stem the tide of living metal before it can overrun the planet and hopefully be able to save the populace here. So that's the story that we've got going on. Pretty simple, but I think super fun and thematic. I think it'd be great. That we are going to be playing one of the Warzone missions. We are going to be doing a mission called Manifest Destiny 2, which essentially the way it works out is each of the different missions in Warzone are different than ITC. So they don't run the ITC missions. They have their own bespoke missions that they run. So this one in particular, it has a Dawn of War setup, full deployment when you have it rolled in there. The primary objectives are normalized kill points, which means that you get a victory point for every 100 points of the enemy force that you kill. Then you compare those the points differential, the victory points that you earn from that on a chart that they have there, and based upon the differential between there, you score a certain number of game points, like victory points that go into the mission. So at the end of the mission, you end up with a certain score that you figure out who won. That is not just the kill points there, it's that you use those to determine the spread that then gives you the victory points at the end there. So that's the primary mission that we got there. The secondary mission that they have is table quarters, and that's determined based upon the number of wounds that you have in each of the different table quarters at the end of the game. So after the game ends, you work out who has control of each of the table quarters based upon the number of wounds there. If you have a unit that has objective secured, that unit counts for twice its wound value in determining who controls that there. At the end of it, each of the table quarters is worth 2 victory points to whoever can control them. And then they have tertiary objectives, which are First Blood, Linebreaker, and Slay the Warlord. If you are the only one who scores it between the two of you, you get 2 points for that. So if I was the only one that killed the Warlord, so if he doesn't kill my Warlord and I kill his Warlord, then at the end of the game I'll get 2 battle points for that. But if we both kill each other's Warlords, we'll only get 1 victory point each. Same thing for Linebreaker, same thing for First Blood. So that's how it works. So it's as opposed to doing that you each get the full value for it, you can either get double the value if you're the only one, or if you both get it, then it just varies down to just 1 point each at the end there. And then at the end you add up all the points from those different objectives, and you see who won. So it's pretty simple once you get into it. It's a little bit different than ITC if that's what you're used to. Still competitive, so that's why these lists that you see here are pretty strong. They're going to see that they're pretty strong, pretty aggressive, but they're still fun. Warzone Atlanta really puts an emphasis on pretty looking models and having fun and being good sports. So their overall winner is a combination of battle points that you win, also combined with a painting rubric and a sportsmanship score from all of your missions there. So if you're a complete jerk and you make people have not much fun, you're going to get a low sportsmanship score. You're not going to score high in the overall victory there. And if you come with just a bare 3-color minimum army, you're not going to get high in the painting rubric. Again, you're not going to finish high overall. So it all comes down to a whole mix of everything. The idea is to have a lot of fun while still being competitive and still trying to beat each other's faces in with really hard lists. So that's the idea. So this is going to be a test prep for this. This is actually, we were filming this on the Friday before the tournament. So when this comes out, it'll already have happened. You'll know how I did with this list one way or the other. It's the one I'm taking, so we'll see what happens. So before we go any further though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Guard and Knights, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a super heavy detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a company commander and a tank commander with 3 heavy bolters and a battle cannon. We have 3 infantry squads. Each squad has a heavy weapons team with a mortar. 2 of the squads have grenade launchers, and 1 of the squads has a sniper rifle. Then for the super heavy detachment, we have a Knight Gallant. We have a Knight Castellan. And last but not least, we have a Knight Valiant. And for the Necrons, he'll be running an Outrider detachment, a Spearhead detachment, and an Air Wing detachment. Leading off the Outrider detachment, we have a Cryptek. We have a 6-man squad of Destroyers. We have 2 6-man squads of Canoptic Wraiths. Each squad has 1 whip coil. Then for the Spearhead detachment, we have, leading it off, a Cryptek and 3 Doomsday Arcs. And last but not least, for the Airwing detachment, we have 3 Doom Scythes. All right, so those are the armies. Going over deployment here, I've got my Valiant on this side. I've got my Castellan right here. I've got my Gallant over here. I've got my Tank Commander back here. I did spend the command points to make my Imperial Guard unit the Emperor's Fist Tank Company from Vigilus, which allows me to then spend another CP to give him the Hammer of Sunderance relic for his battle cannon. Makes it basically a damage 3, straight 3 damage battle cannon, which is really fun. They're going to be running Catachan just for whatever it's worth. I then have 1 infantry squad up here. I've got another infantry squad over here. And then I've got a 3rd infantry squad over here. The company commander is down in here. Going over deployment for the Necrons, we've got his flyer wing right over here. We've got one of his Doomsday Arcs over here. We've got all the Wraiths ready to just phase right through this building over here. We've got his 6-man destroyer unit over there. 1 Canoptic, 1 Cryptek over there, another Cryptek back over there next to his other Doomsday Arc, and his 3rd Doomsday Arc is back over here. So, as of right now, the Necrons are going to be going first, since it's full deploy and he deployed first. But I can seize the initiative. So looking for a 6, showing that fill face. No fill face for me this time, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Necrons. His 3 flyers shot up the board over here, just doing their regular movement. Both squads of the Wraiths advanced up the board. This squad rolled a 6, and when he did, he spent 1 CP for adaptive subroutines, which means after they've done that, they can actually charge after having made that advanced charge, so that's pretty good there. These guys over here, his Cryptek popped his Veil of Darkness, which allows him to pop into Deep Strike, essentially, with 1 squad. They pop over here more than 9 inches away from any of my guys, but over on this side, which is pretty interesting. And then 3 of his Dude Bros all stayed still, and then his Cryptek stayed back over here with this guy. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. Necrons don't have psychic phase, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start off the shooting phase over here with his, what are they called? The Destroyers. So he's going to have his 6-man Destroyer squad are going to fire into my Tank Commander over here. He's going to spend 1 CP on Extermination Protocols, which allows them to reroll all failed hits and failed wounds. So he's going to have 18 shots coming in here with his Gauss cannon. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling. All right, we'll come back to that. And re-rolling. Okie doke. All right, so that's going to be 17 hits. These are strength 6, toughness 8, so looking for 5s to wound. And then these are going to be re-rolling. All right, so we have 11 wounds coming in here. These are going to be AP -3, so I'm looking for 6-up saves on my dude bro over here. Whoa. All right, so I make 3 of them. These are now going to be D3 damage apiece. So let's roll those. So it's going to be, what are we going to, we'll come back to that. All right, so 8 D3 damage. He's only got 12 wounds. Yeah, he is, wow, he is way dead. And that is going to be First Blood. All right, so continuing the shooting phase, his Doom Croissant over here is going to fire into my Valiant. I'm going to spend 3 CP to rotate Ion Shields to up my Invul save to a 4+, because his weapon is AP -5, which is gross. So he is now going to roll D3 with the main weapon into him here. So that's going to be 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s because he's took the, so that's going to be 1 hit. These are going to be, because these are, what is the, not the, what is your, not clan culture, what do you guys have? Dynasty. Dynasty allows them to move and not suffer the penalty to shooting with that. So he has the 1 hit, strength
10.
Strength 10, so 3s to wound. That is a wound. Whoa, I lost my dice, 1 second. All right, so that's gonna be AP -5, but he's gonna have a 4-up invul save now because, oh, -4, but still, 4-up invul save because of rotate Ion Shields. And he's good with a fail phase, woo! And then the Teslas we're going to fire into these guys. He did announce it beforehand, just in case anyone has issue with that. I just forgot to mention it. So these are going to be hitting on 3s as well. And these are now going to be strength what?
Strength 7.
Strength 7, so 2s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
No AP.
No AP. So it's going to be, there's guys out of cover over there, so it's going to be 4 5-up saves. making none of them. All right, so we're gonna rinse and repeat with this guy. Main gun in here, Tesla's into them. So the main gun, D3 shots. Getting 3 shots again, pretty good. These are gonna be hitting on 3s. Ooh, that's all hits. Woo! Oh no, you don't get to do that, that's my thing. Here we go, wounding on 3s. So that's gonna be 2 wounds there. 2 4-up invul saves. Oh, fail them both, so it's gonna be D6 damage apiece. Oh, 8 damage.
I will spend a CP
I was gonna spend a CP to
reroll.
reroll that one.
Here we go.
Into a 1, so 7 damage.
Now.
And then the Teslas are gonna fire into this guy over here. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty, not as great this time, but still wounding on 2s. So that's gonna be 3 wounds there. 3 5-up saves. Making none again. The third guy is gonna do something similar. He's gonna put the main gun into my big boy over here, and then he's gonna put the Teslas into the orange squad over here. So we're gonna do the main gun first, D3 shots. Getting 3 shots once again. Ooh, on fire. But that is gonna be 1 hit, and then wounding on, what is it? Wounding on a 3s. That is a wound. Once again, 4-up invul save. Whoop. No, that's gonna be a fail. No, I'm gonna let it go. So D6 damage. 2 damage. And the Tesla's into my orange bros. It's gonna be hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
6 to hit. What does what?
Does 2 extra
2
hits.
extra hits. Oh, gross. Okay. And then the 1 miss there. These are now going to be wounding on 2s.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a miss. I just brought it over.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we're good. And then wounding on 2s. That is going to be
that one. That
okay.
was cocked for you.
Cocked there. So that's still going to be a wound. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds. All right. So we're going to have 7 5-up saves to make here. Making 2 of them, so that means that 5 go through. All right, so now his Doomsday Arc over here is going to fire into my dude bro over here, continuing the carnage. So he's going to have D6 shots, 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, that's going to be 2 hits, strength 10, so 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP minus 5 on this one, really this time. But it's going to be a 4-up invul save because he still has his ion shields rotated. And he's good with that felt burst. Woo! All right, so now his Doomsday Arc over here is going to fire into him now again. D6 shots. Ooh, 1 shot here, hitting on a 3. No, but re-rolling 1s to hit because he stood still. No! Did I accidentally touch your dice or something? I think it may have been. And now the Doomsday Arc over here, number 3, is going to fire into him. He really doesn't like him for some reason. Oh boy, 4 shots here. This is where it happens, right? Here we go, hitting on 3s. Not re-rolling 2s, just re-rolling 1s. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, getting 1 wound. 4-up invul save. He's good. All right, so that's gonna be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. His wraiths over here are gonna charge into my guard squad and into my knight over here. So we're gonna fire Overwatch. We're gonna go with the crack grenade first. Is not a hit. Last pistol is not a hit. Last gun in rapid fire range does get 1 hit. Looking for a 5 to wound. Oh, no wound there. And then I've got a heavy stubber on my knight gallant over there, getting no hits. So rough. Here comes his charge. He gets +2 to this distance, right? Because
nope.
of that? Oh, no +2. Okay.
No +2.
No +2. So just a straight up 7-inch charge. And he makes it with a 10-inch charge. Brutal. Woo! All right, so here we go. He's going to attack in. He's charged in here. Everyone's in range of my knight, so all the attacks are going to go into my knight over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Come back to that. Re-rolling, because that's what they do. 1 miss. Strength 6, so 5s to wound. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so that was 6 wounds into there. These are going to be AP minus 2, so looking for 5-up saves. Making 1, 2 of those. These are 2 damage apiece, so he takes 8 damage. All right, so now my guardsmen are going to swing back. That's going to be 2 hits. Tough 5, that's not going to be no wounds. All right, so now my gallant is going to attack back into them. I'm going to be using my happy feet to attack in here, so these are going to be 3 attacks each for those, so it's going to be 15 total attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Okay. And now we're going to be wounding on 3s, strength 8, toughness 5. We'll come back to that. All right, so we got 12 wounds. They have 3-up invul saves, so it's going to be 12 3-ups. Ooh, boy. We'll come back to that. Oof, that was rough there. So 9 failed saves here. These are going to be D3 damage apiece. So we got the first one. Is a dead Wraith. Number 2 is going to do 2 damage. So the third one's going to kill a second Wraith. Into 1, 2, and then a third will kill a third Wraith. 1 for that one as well. With 2, so that's another Wraith. And then 1 wound onto that Wraith. So that's going to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4 dead Wraiths. All right, so that's going to be the end of the fight phase here. I do have to take a leadership test on my 2 guards units here. So these guys over here, they lost 6 guys over here. So 6 plus 3 is 9. So 2 of them are going to run away. And then this squad over here has, what do they have? They've lost 4 guys. So 4 plus 5 is 9. So 2 of these guys are going to run away. But the squads are not going to be dead. So that's going to be it for the Necron's turn here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Knights and Imperial Guard here on turn 1. My Castellan stood still over here. This guy moved up over this way. These guard just consolidated over here. My company commander stood still. This guy fell back over around here. He fell back around over this way. And these guys stood still over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase here, my Castellan is going to fire. I'm going to spend 3 CP for Order of Companions, which will allow him to reroll all wounds during the shooting phase. He's going to put one of his Siegebreaker missiles and the Volcano Lance into this Doom Croissant over here. He's going to put the Nipple Meltas and his Siegebreaker cannons into his Wraiths over here. And I'm going to put Call's Wrath into his Doomsday Arc back over there. So we're going to start with the Volcano Lance into this Doom Croissant over here. D6 shots. That's going to be 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he's hard to hit because he's a flyer there. Rerolling 1s because of the Order of Companions. All right, so that's going to be 1 hit. This is strength. What's their toughness?
6.
6. So wounding on 2s. That is a wound with AP minus 5, I believe.
No save.
No save there, so it's going to be 3d3 damage onto him over here. Rerolling 1s. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And now here comes the missile into him over here. This is going to be, again, hitting on a 4. That is a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. AP enough to go through, so it's going to be... do you have it nimble? 1 second. Yep, AP minus 4 is going to go straight through there, so it's going to be D6 damage. It's going to be a 2. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Off the table, of course. Back into a 2. Womp, womp. All right, so now the Meltas are going to fire into these guys over here. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okie dokie, that's a lot of 2s there. Strength 8, so looking for a 3 to wound. That's not a wound. And here come the Siegebreaker cannons into them. So it's going to be 4d3 shots. Rerolling 1s. So that's going to be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okie dokie. And these are going to be strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Alrighty, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. 3 up invul saves. Failing 3 of them there. So the first one, D3 damage. 3 damage, so that's going to kill one of them. The second one is 2 damage, and the other one, the third one, will kill the last guy. And that is First Blood. And now Call's Wrath is going to fire into his Doomsday Arc back over there. I am going to supercharge. My opponent is going to spend 1 CP on Quantum Deflections, which will allow him to get -1 to his Quantum Shielding rolls, essentially allowing him to roll equal to the damage. So there's going to be 3 damage now with Call's Wrath. So 3s, 2s, and 1s. He'll 50% of the time he's going to ignore the damage here. So it's going to be 2d6 shots. That's going to be 11 shots. All right, these are going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. Thankfully... All right, so that's still a bunch of 2s there, so not great on that. But these are going to be strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of Order of Companions. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of these are doing 3 damage apiece, so you can just roll 6 dice and any 1, 2, or 3. He makes 3 of them, which is exactly statistical, so he will take 9 damage. All right, so now my Valiant is going to fire. He's going to fire his Super Flamer at this dude, bro. He's going to fire his Harpoon and his Nipple Meltas into these guys over here. And he's going to fire his Siege Breakers into these guys. And he's going to fire a missile into this guy. So we're going to go with the Super Flamer over here. So 3d6 auto hits. That is going to be 11, 12, 13 hits. All right, so he's got Tough 6, Strength 7, Wounding on 3s. Okie dokie. These are now going to be AP minus 2. So he's got a 5-up save. So 6 5-up saves. He makes 3 of them, so he takes 6 damage. And now the Harpoon's going to fire into him over here. Hitting on a 4 because he's hard to hit. That is going to be a hit. This is going to be strength like 16, I think, so wounding on 2s. That is a wound. AP like a bunch, I think, so it's going to go straight through. I think it's 10 damage. 1 second. All right, so it's 10 damage, bringing him down to 2. But anytime a unit suffers damage from the Harpoon, it takes D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. And then the Meltas are going to fire into him again, hitting on 4s. Ooh, getting 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Oh, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll this. Oh, okay, it goes through. AP minus 4. I am sweating bullets with that one. This is going to do D.
It just dies.
Oh, it just does he?
Explodes.
Oh, okay, only 1 wound left. No, he does not explode. And then the Siege Breaker cannons into them over here. That is going to be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, that's pretty good. Strength 7, so 3s to wound. That's pretty good. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at AP minus 1, if that makes a difference. No, 3 Fs. Yeah. Failing 3 of them. So these are now going to be D3 damage apiece. So the first one is 3. That's a dead guy. 1 and 3. So that's going to be 2 dead guys. And then the missile into his flyer over here, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. That is a wound. Siege Breaker, I think, is going to go straight through, and that's going to be D6 damage. 2 damage. All right, so now this squad down here is going to fire everything into his flyer over here. So we're going to go with the crack grenade from the grenade launcher first. That is not going to be a hit. Then we got a frag grenade from the sergeant. That's going to be 2 shots, along with the 2 shots from the rapid fire and las gun, since they all have the same thing there. So these are going to be hitting on 5s because of hard to hit. All right, getting 3 hits, strength 6, so looking 3, so looking for 2s to wound. 6. Get your stuff together, Phil. Strength 3, tough 6, 6s to wound. Hey, we got 1 Phil face, 1 regular save. Oh, he good. Heavy stubber from him into his flyer over here. That's gonna be 3 hits with Phil faces. 1 wound, regular save. Ah, he takes a wound down to 1. This squad over here is going to fire the sniper rifle and the mortar into his Doom Croissant over here. So we're going to go with the sniper rifle first. Yes. No hit there. Mortar is going to have 3 shots. Getting 1 hit. No wound. And now my company commander is going to fire into his guy over here. We got 1 wound left, and he's got a las pistol. Here we go. Ooh, that's a hit. Here we go, looking for that 6. Show me that Phil face. Do it, Phil face. Oh, no. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my dude bro here is going to declare both his wraiths and his, what do they call again? Destroyers over here as targets. So his destroyers are going to fire Overwatch into me over here. So we're going to have, they've got 3 shots apiece. So it's going to be 18 shots that are going to be coming into me over here with the Gauss blasters? No, not blasters. Gauss. What are they called? Gauss thingies. Whatever. Gauss thingies that he's going to be firing into me over here. So, it's looking for 6s, though, to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the Wraith over there. So that's going to be re-roll those 4 1s, right? You got those 4 1s?
And they're actually re-rolling because Destroyer's always re-rolling.
Oh, re-rolling because of Destroyers, not because of that dude, bro.
So re-rolling.
All right, so we just got the 3 hits there. These are strength 6, so looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there. So I am just under 12 inches away from them, so it would be 11-inch charge here. I'm just over 7 inches over there, so a 7-inch charge there. His Warlord trait, though, that I gave him paid in CP for is Landstrider, which gives him plus 2 inches to his charge and advance. So, because of that, he is going to have a 9-inch charge into them, 5-inch charge into them. Here we go.
Sorry, I just want to make sure.
1 second. All right, here we go. Yeah. So he thought it was. Yeah, we just measured again just to make sure, and that's what we got here. So, 9-inch charge into these guys, 5-inch charge into them. Making a 7-inch charge, so I can't quite make it into them, but I will be charging into his Wraiths. All right, so now he's going to Happy Feet all over him again over here. So it's going to be 15 attacks, hitting on 2s. Oh, I dropped 1 die. I'll get that. All right, so we had 1 miss there. These are going to be Strength 8, Toughness 5, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1 failed wound there. So that's going to be 13 saves he's going to have to make. Here we go, 13 3-up saves. Ooh, that is quite a few misses there. All right, so he failed 6 of those saves here. So here we go. D3 damage apiece. So the first one is 2, so the next one will kill a guy. The next one is 3, so that'll straight up kill a guy. 2, so the last one will kill the 3rd guy, and 1 more here. With a Phil Faces 3, that will wipe the squad. One of the guys there has the whip coils over here. So those guys are just totally dead. And then he's going to get to attack back before he is dead. So what does he have? He has 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Rerolling, but no need to there. These are going to be strength 5, or 6, strength 6, so still wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds, AP minus 2, so 2 5-up saves. I failed them both, so that's going to be 4 damage. All right, so that's going to be it for the Knights and Guard turn here on turn 1. So now, at the beginning of my opponent's turn 2 here, he gets to heal back. Usually it would just be 1 wound that he gets back, but because the Cryptek, I keep wanting to say Canoptic, but the Cryptek over here, he gets to get D3 back. Still going to get that back, that 1. That's fair enough. So he's back up to, what is he at now?
He's now at 6.
He's now at 6. So he's still at the 2nd profile, but, you know, better than 5, right? And then these guys are each going to go up 1. So he goes up to 2, still in the bottom profile, but he goes up to 7, which brings him back up into the top profile. So pretty good there. So that is going to be it for that. We'll come back to you after movement phase here on turn 2 for the Necrons. All right, movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 2. My opponent spent 1 CP on damage control override onto his hurt flyer over there, so he's operating at top profile. So these 2 here turned and flew over this way. These guys moved around over back this way. He stood still. He stood still, along with his Cryptek friend over there, and he stood still over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase.
That's 4.
All right, so we're going to start with the breachers here. They're going to fire into my gallant over here. 1 guy can't see him. Everyone else has got at least a little bit of line of sight onto him over there. So it counts. So my last CP here, extermination protocols. So that's the reroll, all fail hits, and all wounds. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the CP spent there. So again, hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. And these are now going to be wounding on 5s because they're strength 6, right? So looking for 5s, re-rolling everything that's not that 1-5 there. Ooh, CP well spent, sir. So that's going to be into another 2. So a total of 5 wounds over there. These are going to be AP minus what? AP minus what? AP minus 3. So I'm 50% obscured there. So I'm looking at a AP minus 3. Oh, 5-up anyway. Never mind. I was thinking I was going to get cover for once with a knight. Because Warzone, the way they do it is they have, if a model's 50% obscured, regardless of if it's on terrain, they get the benefit. So anyway, so looking for 5-up saves here. D3 damage apiece, right?
Yes.
Oh boy. So here we go. 5d3. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is exactly what I needed over there. Or what he needed. Not what I needed, what he needed over there. Did. So here we go. Will he blow up? Please do it, because this would be great. No, the opposite of blow up. All right, so bump. All right, so now this guy up here who's on top profile for all purposes here is going to fire his big gun into my dude bro over here, and he's going to fire the Tesla into my little bros over here. So we're going to go with the big gun first, getting 3 shots here. You've been good at those 3 shots here. Hitting on 3s because he's top profile.
Don't do
Not as much for the shooting there. So 1 hit. This is going to be strength, what, 10? So looking for a 3 to wound. And here come the Tesla shots over here. 3s to hit. Okie dokie.
I'll reroll that one.
Oh, he said his cock there. All right, so it's going to be 1 miss. These are going to be, there's 6s to count as 2, so that's another 4 hits there, which is pretty good there. These are now going to be wounding on 2s because it's strength 6 or 7 or something like that. So all but 1 there, so that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds. All right, so 10 wounds, no AP, so these guys are going to be looking for 4 up saves because they are all in cover. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wounds. And now this guy over here is going to do the exact same thing. Big gun. Tesla shots. So the big gun, D3. Again with the 3 shots here. Hitting on 3s. Getting 2 hits this time. Twice as much. And getting 1 wound. 4 up invul save because he has Iron Bulwark as his Warlord trait. Yeah, he good. 8 shots with the Tesla into them over there. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty, and these are going to be wounding on 2. There was a 6 in there, so
I saw 6 too.
yeah. So add 2 more shots in there, and these are going to be wounding on 2s. Okie dokie, 3 not wounds there, so 4 up saves, making 3 of them. All right, so now his Doomsday Arc is going to fire into my Valiant over here. So he's going to have D6 shots, right? 5 shots. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because he stood still. Alrighty, so that's going to be 4 hits. These are strength 10. So 3s to wound, getting 3 wounds. These are going to have 5 up invul saves. Just bear on him there because I don't have any CP left. Neither does my opponent, so no rotating ion shields here. Making 3 fill faces! Woo! All right, so now this Doomsday Arc is going to fire into him as well. So he's going to have D6 shots, 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s, though, because he's on his second profile over there. It's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound, though. 5 up invul save. Oh, he's good. And then this guy over here is going to fire into him. D6 shots. 2 shots as well. Hitting on 3s on this one, though. He's full. Getting 1 hit, wounding on a 3. No wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the Necron turn here. I do have 1 leadership test to take over here. These guys lost 6 guys, so 6 plus 1 is 7. They are good to go. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Knights and Astra Militarum on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Knights and Astra Militarum here. This guy here advanced over this way. I'm running House Raven so they can advance and all their heavy weapons count as assault weapons, and they don't suffer the penalty for shooting assault weapons when they advance. So this guy advanced over here. He advanced up over this way. These guys over here stayed still. He stayed still down over here. These guys advanced over here, and as did my company commander here. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so in the shooting phase, he gave himself the order here to moved up here, and then gave them the order to move, moving them up there. Then into regular shooting now, this guy is going to fire. He's going to fire his conflagration cannon into this guy. He's also going to put his melta guns into this guy. The harpoon doesn't make a difference because it's too much damage. He can't fail his quantum shielding on it. And then I'm going to put the Siegebreaker cannons into this one, and then his last missile into the Hurt Flyer over there. So let's start with the conflagration cannon. So it's going to be 3d6 hits. So that's going to be 10 hits. All right, so strength 7, T6, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP -2. So it's going to be 6
up saves.
6 up saves. Failing all of them, and then looking for one's quantum shielding here. No, so he's going to take, what is that, 12 damage. So he's down to 2 wounds here, so now we're gonna fire the melta-guns into him. That's gonna be all hits. These are gonna be wounding on 3s. That is gonna be all but 1 wound. So these are all going through here, so now we have to do the damage. I'm gonna just do them all because it doesn't make a difference, so. All right, so this is definitely gonna go through because he can't get lower than 1. So he's down to 1 wound, then he has a 3 and a 4. So we'll do the 4 first, makes that one, and then the 3. Oh, and he makes that one down to 1 wound left. All right, so then we've got the Siegebreaker cannons over here, so it's gonna be 4 D3 shots. So we're gonna have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. These are gonna be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 5 hits. Strength 7, looking for 3s to wound. That is gonna be 4 wounds here. AP minus 1. 4 5-ups. Making none of them there. So these are D3 damage apiece. So we'll do the first one. Is 3 damage. So your quantum shielding. On a 2 is good to go. 2 damage. Ooh, no. So that's going to go through for 2 damage. The third one is going to be 2 damage as well. Oop, off the table. Nope, that's going to go through for another 2 damage. And then we have 1 more coming in here for 2 damage. No, so that's going to go through for 6 total. Oh, is that dead? Oh, does he explode? He does not. And then the missile is going to fire into him, hitting on a 4 because he's hard to hit over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. I think the AP goes straight through. D6 damage. 5 damage. He's dead. Does he explode? He does not. This guy down here is going to fire his grenade launcher into him over here. That is a hit. That is not a wound. And then these guys are going to fire up into here. So we're going to go with the sniper rifle first. That is not a hit. Then the mortar. It's going to have 3 shots. Getting 2 hits. Getting no wounds. All right, so then my Castellan is going to fire. He's going to put his melta-guns and he's going to put his missile into this guy over here. Then I am going to put the siege-breaking cannons into them, as well as the lance. And then I'm going to put my Call's Wrath into him over there. So we're going to start with, let's start with the meltas. May as well, we'll go along the table over here. So we're going to go with the meltas first. That is going to be 2 hits, because he's hard to hit over there. That is going to be 1 wound. AP minus 4 is going to go straight through, so D6 damage for 5 damage. And then the missile firing up into here, hitting on a 4. That is a hit. That is a wound. 1 second. No, strength 10, so no wound there. All right, so now we're going to go with the Volcano Lance into them over here. So it's going to be D6 shots. 6 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is all wounds. AP is going to go straight through, and it's a minimum of 3 damage because it's 3d3 damage. So that's going to be, they don't have a feel no pain, do they? No. So that's going to be 4 dead breachers. And then here comes the Siegebreaker cannons into them. We're going to get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. Hitting on 3s. That is going to be 5 hits here. These are going to be strength 7, so looking for tough 5. So 3s to wound. That is going to be 4 wounds at AP minus 1.
Do I have 50% obscured?
Oh, 1 second. And he's 50% obscured, so he is good to go. So his regular saves here. So that's going to be 3 that go through. So these are going to be D3 damage apiece. So the first one is 1 damage. These got 3 wounds apiece, right? And with 3, that's going to be 1 guy dead. And then the last one, 3 damage, he's dead. And then Call's Wrath is going to fire into his other Doomsday Arc over there. So it's going to be heavy 2d6. That's going to be 6 shots that are going to be coming in here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. I am going to supercharge. That is going to be all hits. So strength 9, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 4 wounds. at 3 damage apiece. So that's going to be looking for, but AP minus 4. So it's going to go through his armor, but he's got quantum shielding. Any of these are going to be, no, all of them are going to go through. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 damage into him. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here for the Imperial Guard and Knights on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 3. His Doomsday Arc over here stood still, as did his Doomsday Arc over here. This guy advanced over here this way. This guy advanced, running over this way, and he just moved up behind the building over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to start here. He's going to fire into him. So this is going to be looking for D6 shots. So 1 shot here, hitting on a 5. No hit. Rerolling 1s, so that is a hit. That is not a wound though. And now his something array, what is it called?
Gauss array?
Gauss array is going to fire into him, so it's going to be 20 shots because he's in a rapid fire range over here. Hitting on 5s, re-rolling 1s. Yeah, re-roll that one because it was cocked. And then, okay, so then re-roll the 1s because that's what they do. Okay, so that's going to be 5s to hit here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And they, right? Yeah, 7 hits. And these are going to be strength what?
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so 6 is to wound. Getting 1 wound there. At AP minus 1, he's got the 2-up armor save because of his relic, so 3-up save. Ooh, goes through.
Regular shots.
And then this guy over here is just going to fire his shots into him over here. So he's going to get 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s. Hey, getting 3 hits there. 5s, 3 hits. Yeah. So that's going to be 1 wound there. 5-up invul save. He's good. And now this guy over here is going to fire. He's going to put the Tesla into this squad. He's going to put the Death Ray into my dude bro over here. So the dude bro is going to get 2 shots, right? So that's going to be 2 shots. Getting no hits there. And then we've got how many shots?
8.
8 shots from the Tesla into them over here. Again, he's going to be hitting on 5s because of being down to 3 wounds left over here. Okay, so that's still going to be 2 hits there. Oh, and there's 2 hits or 6s, so they become 6 hits, which is pretty good. And these are going to be wounding on 2s. Wounding on 2s, so that's going to be 6 wounds.
6 wounds. No AP.
No AP, so I'm looking for 4-up saves because they are in cover. Ooh, fail them all. All right, so that's going to be it for the Necron's turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard and Imperial Knights here on turn 3. All right, movement phase here. My Castellan advanced up over this direction. These guys moved up over there, as did my dude bro up here. He advanced back over here, and that's going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Alrighty, so we're going to start over here. He is going to put his conflagration cannon into this guy, and his siegebreaker cannons into them. So there's non-characters closer to them than the characters, and everything else is not going to be able to do anything because the harpoon is just, it's too strong, can't do anything. So we're going to start with the conflagration cannon over here. That is going to be 15 hits. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 3s. So that's going to be 11 wounds there. These are AP minus 2. So that's going to be that's going to be at least 3 going through there. Why don't you see if you can roll 3 1s? No, so he is going to be dead, and I can't blow anything up there. Now the siegebreaker cannons are going to fire over here. That's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Shots, not hits, I'm sorry. So hitting on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Strength 7, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AP minus 1, but he's 50% obscured, so he's going to have his regular save. 4 ups, right?
Oh, that's not.
That was not one.
That's not a dice.
So that's going to be 2 that go through because he's got 4-up regular save, right? Mm-hmm. So the first one is going to do D3 damage. 3 damage. Quantum shielding is good. And then 3 damage. 3 damage. And no, so that's going to go through, and I think that kills him, right?
That kills him.
Does he? I don't think he's close enough to anyone, so he is dead. All right, and then he is going to fire everything into him over here. So we're going to go with the Meltas first. So we got 4 shots on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds that go straight through. These are going to be D6 damage each. That is going to be 5 damage, which is enough to kill him. Does he explode? We'll do that 1. Why not? Does he explode? He does with the maple leaf over there. Oh, Canada. D3 damage into 2 damage. 2 mortal wounds to my dude, bro. All right, and that's going to be it for the Imperial Guard and Imperial Knights turn here. And we're going to call it here because he's got 2 Cryptex running around over there with nothing to shoot at 2 giant knights that are going to stomp around. So as far as the mission goes for Warzone Atlanta here, I would have a pretty substantial victory with the primary with the adjusted kill points because I probably would have finished those guys off. So that would have gotten me to the 20 points for that, and he would have had, I mean, these 2 guys alone are a whole bunch of points. I would have had at least a 10-point victory there. So it would have given me a major victory for that. I also would have had him moving up into that table quarter. So I would have had him here, him over into that table quarter. Those guys would hold that table quarter, and then this guy would hold this table quarter, getting me all the victories, all the points for the secondary. I would make sure that he's getting me line breaker. He did not kill my warlord. I killed his warlord, so I would have had 5 points because I got first blood and the 2 points each for slay the warlord and line breaker, and my opponent would have had the 1 point there. So a pretty substantial victory for my guys. So that's pretty cool. You know, this list that I brought here, the main consideration for my list was how do I bring as few models as possible? Because I've been bringing my Gene Stealer cult to a bunch of tournaments, and at the end of like a long, weekend-long tournament, my brain was just oatmeal after playing those. So this, now at least I can move around just 32 models flat because of the heavy weapons platforms and the infantry squads, and it allows me to just not have to worry much. I can just have more fun, which is what this tournament is really all about. It's all about the experience, enjoying each other's company, and having a good time. Trying to obviously bring tough lists, because it's what we did, but at the same time, major emphasis on making sure that you have fun, which is Warzone Atlanta. So I highly recommend anyone who is in the Southeast or wants to travel to the Southeast to give it a shot, to come down here and give it a go, because Warzone Atlanta it's one of my favorites. I just have so much fun doing it every year. This is my 3rd year doing it, so it's a ton of fun. Anyway, so I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Jeff, and until next time, have fun.